Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here coming at you with the fourth video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for the Shadow of the Colossus remake. When we left off, we just finished defeating the 15th Colossus, and we now have only one more to go. There's going to be a couple of things to go over before we go and tackle the 16th Colossus. Almost said 13th there. First thing is, you want to make sure that you go around the map and get all 23 saves that are available right now. As you'll see on my map, I went and did that, and there is a couple of them that are a bit annoying to get, but the last one that you have to get will be right before the 16th Colossus. It'll be at the very south end once you get through the gate and all that, and once you do that, that'll get you a trophy. And now we're going to talk about the Boon of the Nomad trophy. So from here, if you actually head south, where just to the left of the first Colossus where you see that save, there will be a cave that you can find. I will now switch over to the entrance of that area and then speed up the path to show you so you'll know where to go. Alright, and as you can see, once you follow the path, you'll find this little barrel area in the cave, these butterflies and all that, and it'll get you the trophy, the Boon of the Nomad, which is a reference to one of the secret seekers of the game. But for now, we're going to talk about the next possible trophy that we can get before having to go into New Game Plus, or you can do these whenever you feel like. Saves, well, except the save one. That one you have to do it once you have the 16th unlocked. But for now, we're going to try and interact with all of the animals we can interact with. So I'll see you back wherever this may take us. Alright, so the first animal that you can interact with is here at the shrine, and it is these doves. You'll have to be very quick about it, but you can just grab on, and then that'll be it. One of the many animals you can interact and grab with. There's going to be, I believe, a couple more specifically from here. So I'm going to now go to the next area, and I'll see you then. Alright, so just up to the left and across the bridge, you will find the next animal that you can interact with, and that'll be the hawks that will fly around and sometimes fly with you. You'll know because you'll be able to see them in the air just above you. So all you have to do is simply, while riding aggro, once you know that they're there, as you'll see, there is one. You'll just want to get enough speed eventually and then have it fly down next to you. This might take a bit, so just keep trying until you see the hawk flying with you. Like I said, it can be a bit tricky sometimes. You might have to change the area that you're doing it at. But eventually, when you get it, the hawk will fly down and be flying with you. And then what you want to do is simply just jump up and grab them. I probably won't be able to ever get footage for this just because the game just doesn't like me. Maybe we'll get it right here. There we go. That'll be the second animal you can interact with. Whenever you want to, you can just let go. And now we'll move on to the next area. Alright, now as you'll see, I'm just up north. Right before this shrine, there will be this little grassy area right here. And here you will find that there's a couple of turtles. So basically, all you want to do to interact with this is simply just make the turtle go into its shell, as you can't, like, grab it or anything, directly interact with the turtle. But from here, we're now going to move on to the last animal, which will be the fish. That is located actually in the 8th Colossus's area, or just right before. There's that little pond that you can swim in between. I'll show you now. Alright, but as you can see, I'm just here right before the boss arena in this little area that you had to swim through. And in here is where you'll find the last animal. It'll be a fish. As you're swimming down here underneath, you should eventually see one. Might have to swim around a bit a couple times. As you'll see, there's that one right in front of me. So all you want to do is just swim right for it, and then you'll grab a hold of it, and then that'll get you the trophy for Animals of the Land. Not too bad, not too tough. It's just about knowing the location of the animals, as you'll see maybe right here. There we go. Grab the hold, and once you do that, you should get the trophy. So from here, we're actually now going to head all the way down to the south part of the map and finally get the trophy for getting all of the saves. So I'm going to see once we are finally there. Alright, now as you can see, we have made it all the way to the end. Basically, what you're going to do is shine your sword on the door and it will finally open. If you try and do this anytime before you can come to the 16th colossus, it won't open, it just won't let you. But coming through the area, you will find your last and final shrine right here. And then this will get you another trophy. Seeking Salvation. Alright, so from here, now you're going to want to head up the stairs. And from here, you will need to have aggro. Come on, taking your sweet time. Come on. For some reason, aggro loves taking his time in some of these very specific spots in the game. But from here, you're just going to want to run full speed at the bridge. Alright, but from here, you will have to just head down to this specific area here, and then climb up. Be careful not to fall, as it's probably going to hurt a lot and or possibly kill you. And hopefully by this point you will not have died at any point. And if you did, the best thing to do is just force quit out of the game, just full close it. If you don't get it on your first playthrough, that's okay. You can always go through New Game Plus, where you'll have more HP for every colossus encounter. But from here, we will have the last and final colossus. He'll immediately start firing bolts at you, which is always great. Which do hurt quite a bit. Come on. He always seems to like to fire it where you are going to be, not where you are, so he does track you. So from here you'll head down. Following the path that I take, as you'll see, your health does regenerate some, so if you get hit a couple times, it's not going to be a game over or run ender. But do be careful. Like I said, he's definitely tracking you. So, quite annoying. Let's see if we can bait out an attack. This next run will probably be the toughest one for most people to get down. I'm not dead, come on. Anyways, we will now have the last little tunnel. I forgot for just a moment that you don't run directly at him like that. As you'll see, now we are underneath him, and he is massive. All you're basically going to be doing is just rotating back and around his little stone discs until you get to the top. If you can, try and preserve whatever stamina. Once you make it to his back, you will have to get on and then give him a stab. You'll then have to climb onto his hand. From here, you're then going to run up. Come on. You'll stab right here. If he doesn't take you off first. Once again, you will now have to jump to his other hand. Oh no. Whoo, that was close. For some reason, it's finicky doing that. We almost had it though. We almost had it. Come on, climb, climb, climb. Woo! We almost wore out our stamina. Alright, maybe we'll get it this time finally. There we go. So now what you have to do from here is you have to stand on his hand and shoot at his shoulder right there with your bow. Kinda does not make it easy. And, yep. It is a daring fight, but I think you kind of get the idea. So once you get to that, you want to be able to stand on his hand and then shoot his left shoulder, and that'll move his hand over to it. So now I'm going to skip to when I do that, as this can take a bunch of tries, and then you'll finally be at his head. Alright, but once you make it finally to his shoulder, it's now just a waiting game. If you want to save yourself some time, you can just stab his shoulder again. This will give you a second to then get onto his head. Go. He does like to shake a lot, so you might have to get off his head and re-stab his shoulder at some point. Or if you have enough stamina to do so, maybe you'll get lucky enough. Oh, almost, almost. There we go. more should probably do it. We have enough stamina to withstand this. And just like that, we will have finally defeated the final colossus. We're not done yet with our first playthrough, as there's one more trophy that we can earn while here. And it'll be once we get back to the shrine. So once you get back to the shrine, you'll be in this, there'll be cutscenes and stuff, and what you'll want to do immediately is just hit triangle, and that'll get you the Doorman's Rage trophy once you are in this giant form. But from here, it's pretty simple. You're just going to be fighting off these guys until they eventually end up behind you. You can turn around, I believe. There we go. But for now, basically, you just want to let them get away, as you've gotten the last trophy that you can in your first playthrough. One last time, a Doorman's Rage. Basically, once they make it to the end, you'll see there will be this cutscene. But for now, we're just going to skip that. If you want to watch them and enjoy the story, you can. The last thing will be that there will be this giant vortex sucking you in. There used to be a trophy in the original version for surviving this for a certain amount of time. And I believe it was 1 minute, which you couldn't do on your first playthrough, but I believe you could do it on your second. But it is not a trophy in this version, so we're just going to accept and finally be done with our first playthrough of the game. Alright, so after you've defeated the 16th Colossus and loaded into New Game Plus, basically what you want to do is go defeat the first Colossus, and that'll allow you the option, or you could have done this during your first playthrough, it's really up to you. But basically what you want to do is you want to go back to the first area, and that'll allow you to refight that Colossus in Reminiscence mode in a much more less detailed version of the game, and that'll get you another trophy, which I'll probably show now. But from here, we're probably going to be ending the video once we do that. But hopefully these guides have been helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. Enjoy the Reminiscence Mode boss fight.